Divine greetings, masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is MADHU welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group. Very warm welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So, as you know, masters, before we start our session, let us give gratitude to the masters. Without further ado, let us join our hands, keep our hands near our heart, and let us pray to the divine masters, to the masters who are connected with Most High, to all the spiritual, angelic, and astral masters, to the Ascended Masters, Param Guru Mandali Masters, Saptrishi Mandal Masters, to all the Siddhas, teachers, healers, mentors, and gurus, and our great grandmaster, Pitamaha Brahm Rishi Subhash Patri Sir, Mahavatar Babaji, and all those masters as spirit animals, spirit guides, and guardian angels who have always guided us, safeguarded us, protected us, and shared the divine wisdom and knowledge. Thank you so much, Mother Earth, Father Universe, Mother Nature, Sun, Moon, and constellations for sharing your divine energies and consciousness with us. We are very, very grateful, thankful, and we feel blessed to have your abundant energies and consciousness of progression, opportunities, good health, wealth, and every good thing with us. You are always helping us, and you are so kind on each and every one of us. Thank you for showering your compassion, unconditional love, and your peace on each and every one of us with our families. May we all be in harmony. May we all get to know our truth. May we all get to speak our truth. May we be authentic with ourselves. May we choose truth. The life journey, the soul plan or purpose, whichever we have created, and whichever is the highest timeline that we have created, may you align us with the same. We ask and pray to you to help us, guide us, and safeguard us against all evil. May you protect us from all harm. May you keep us in divine alignment every time. Please do shower your blessings, your grace on each and every one of us, masters. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the meditators, masters, friends, and families who are collected here today and always. May you continue to do so. May you help us, and may you help join other people as well. May you also inculcate this divine wisdom in the form of soul wisdom to each and every one. Thank you so much for sharing your precious time, space, energy, masters. Very, very grateful and thankful. Thank you so much. So very warm welcome, masters, without, more to add on to it, but very grateful for each and every one of us. So as you know, today and from yesterday, basically, we have started learning about Buddha and basically Gautam Buddha ji, Lord Gautam Buddha, and his teachings, his life and his teachings. So today, yesterday we spoke about Siddhartha Gautam and his early life. Now today we are going to learn a little bit more about how he was conceived and what happened, all those things, right? And how before the birth, what were the signs that were given to, people around when, Siddhartha Gautam was going to be born. So one such story that, comes across is that, the father and mother, that is King Shuddhodhan and Mother Maya, meaning the Queen Maya, who was the mother of Siddhartha Gautam. So these two were, thinking of a baby, and at that time, that this world was actually under transformation, and they were also going into Buddhism. Before that, they were also understanding the spiritual knowledge, right? And Hinduism also was basically being divided. But not only that, there were many rituals, many things that were going on. Buddhism basically came later on once Gautam Buddha was born. But before that, it was a spiritual knowledge that many seekers were trying to find. So, and there were like lot of, spiritual seekers, lot of Aztecs, and a lot of other people who wanted to know more about. And so many people were actually letting go of their families and going away. Why? So nobody knew at that time what is happening. But one such story says that during the time when Siddhartha Gautam was going to get born, like as they say, he is also a Vishnu avatar, the incarnation of Vishnu. Lord himself has incarnated as Gautam Buddha. But as they say that when the world needs, you know, uh, the divine being to protect truth and to be victorious over all evil, there are the times when these divine beings, they take incarnations. So during this time, when Maya was going to get pregnant, I would say she was not pregnant yet, but one time she was, sleeping. And so on the right side of her stomach, she felt as if she actually had a dream that a white elephant entered the right abdomen, right side of her, of Queen Maya. And so in like in those days, many sages would actually were consulted for any dreams, because as we also understand, the dreams also carries a lot of messages, right? Many spiritual messages, many things that are going to take form in the actual world, they first take in the astral world and then they come in the physical world or the spiritual plane. First, everything takes place in the spiritual plane, and then slowly it manifests into the physical world. So such um, dream came to Queen Maya that a white elephant is has entered um, the abdomen of Queen Maya. So that was one of the amazing, ominous, how to say, it was very much of a miraculous theme, I would say, right? So it was very, very important that there was, during that time, many other things also happened. So one time when she was like, after that she became pregnant. So what happened was, she first saw that the white elephant dream. Later on, when she was pregnant with the baby, there were many other ominous signs. So she also saw that a baby is that an infant had come out, and as soon as it came out, that baby started walking. So the infant took 7 steps, basically 7 walking steps. And wherever those baby had walked the 7 steps, on all those places, there were flowers, lotus flowers on the footsteps, blooming flowers, right? And another thing was, as soon as he came out, he proclaimed his, liberation. He basically was said to liberate himself with by taking, shower under the fountains, the streams of water that came from the universe or the sky, basically telling that he is going to be a very great leader or a very prominent, enlightened person, enlightened being, right? So this happened around the time, when Siddhartha Gautam was born. It was 6th century or the 4th century BCE, before Christ era, right? And it was in the place called Lumbini in Nepal. And the mother was Queen Maya. So when she was carrying Siddhartha Gautam in his tummy, she wanted to go and meet her mother. So on the way to her mother's place, she actually started having labor pains. And it was a forest, a beautiful forest near the palace itself. And so it was the Lumbini garden, basically. So the Lumbini garden, in that there was a tree called Sal tree. So when the labor pain started, so Queen Maya had to go and had to wait. She could not go further. So she told her carriageman to stop the carriage, the palki or the palanquin, and take her to that place where the tree was there. So as she started walking, she just felt the urge to push the baby. And so she caught hold of that sal branch. And as soon as she caught hold of that sal branch, like during the labor time or during the time when the baby has to be delivered, you all must have noticed as a woman what happens when you want to push the baby, right? So she held that branch of sal tree, and as soon as she held, she was standing. So the baby came from a, side, as they say. Basically, she gave a painless birth. It just was pushed very easily. It was a very painless birth. That's what they say. But every woman goes through a lot of pain. But after that, as soon as the baby was born, whatever, the Queen Maya has dreamt, that started happening. So they say that baby took 7 steps. And after this happening, on all those places, wherever the baby kept his foot, the lotus flowers started blooming in that place. Basically, in that Lumbini garden, there were many flowering plants. So as soon as this birth happened, everything started becoming very, flowery, blooming. The flowers were blooming, and everything became very. The smell of the garden was also very beautiful, right? Uh, Very fragrant smells were coming. Not only that, at the time when this baby was going to get birth, lot of people had mentioned that the music filled the air, and there were many gods that appeared, many sages that appeared, and also dragons. Dragons. They are also actually the dragons are also the protectors of this earth, right? So they are also with the ley lines, around the earth that are there. So the dragons also keep the ley lines, the Mother Earth, they keep it protected, supported as well. And at that time, all these ominous things started happening. There was a very, beautiful atmosphere, very, very celestial, very cosmic. Um, this was a very cosmic situation that happened. And so that was basically also and prophecy. So there this sage called Asita, he also prophesied that Siddharth, like his name was given Siddharth Gautam, so this baby would become either a Chakravarti Samrat or a great spiritual leader, that is an enlightened master. And so later on he became a Buddha. Why he was called a Buddha? Because for when you use your buddhi, meaning your um, gyan, pragya, and when you become enlightened, what happens? You become prabuddha, meaning you become enlightened. So the prabuddha word, the buddha, basically is related with buddhi, and that is why we say buddhatva prapta kiya. He attained buddhatva, he attained enlightenment, and that is what is the state of being a buddha, the buddhahood. That is what. So this sage Asita prophesied, and he cried also that, by the time he becomes the spiritual leader or a Chakravarti Samrat, I won't be there to see this. So it was his loss. That's what he felt. But not only that, so King Shuddhodhan and Queen Maya, basically after week of Siddhartha Gautam, when he was born, Queen Maya, because she was somehow something happened, and so after a week she passed away. She died. And not only that, but the baby had a very radiant, very beautiful aura. Everyone who looks at Siddharth would always look at him. It was so glowing. The face was so glowing. So at that time, when he was also, when he was born, it was there were the sky actually brought lot of stream of waters to wash the baby, as they say. It was a very cosmic time, cosmic, or ominous time where the baby actually had taken the shower also, meaning the sky actually poured water so that the baby becomes clean and he gets mukti, meaning liberation, right? So at that same time itself. And the baby was very beautiful, flawless skin, very, you know, so in Buddhism also, many people, they still do that when this Prince Siddhartha was born, for this, as a symbol, they keep a small Buddha baby and they pour the water on Buddha during the Vesak time. So that also happens. That actually uh, pertains like that actually pertains to that you are actually cleansing the mind when you are pouring water on the head, right? So that also signifies that you are cleaning the mind, you're clearing your mind, becoming more clear, having more clarity. gaining more knowledge and wisdom, right? So as soon as he was born, he said that I alone am the honored one, the world's honored one. I'm alone. I'm the one only, or I'm the one alone, world's honored one. That is what he so said as they, it's a mythical story. I don't know much about it, but whatever I read, I'm just sharing. So, so this time is also being celebrated as the Vesak month for Buddhism, or for people who were following, Buddhism, or people who are Buddhist. They celebrate this month by, wearing white color clothes and, going to temples. They light lamps and they offer flowers and they donate to the needy. So there were these four, like 4, 5 signs that, Queen Maya saw, and later on, Shuddhodhan made sure that the palace had everything, so that Siddhartha would not go and become a Aztec, because it was mentioned that either he was going to become a Chakravarti Samrat, or he would be, a renowned spiritual leader. So to save the prince from all the Aztec world, or so that he does not go and start his life in a spiritual way. So King Shuddhodhan made sure that everything around the prince would be not ugly. Nothing would be deteriorating. Anything that was ending was taken away before Siddhartha gets up, or before. So nobody knew why. So during the time when Siddhartha was, he was still a small baby, as they say, Prajapati was also, or Mahamaya, basically, Mahamaya was the queen, but later on when she died, um, Prajapati, the sister of Maya, was married to the king Shuddhodhan. So King Shuddhodhan married both the sisters. So at that time when Siddhartha was born, Prajapati was also pregnant with her own baby. And at that time, when Queen Maya died, there was no one to lactate, Siddharth. So that time Prajapati fed Siddharth and took care of Siddharth as her own baby. And so later on, as they say, Siddharth Gautam would always listen to Prajapati, whatever she said. So later on, like yesterday, when we were talking about what was the influence of the mothers also, right? So at that time, Prajapati had great influence on Siddharth Gautam. And when the women were not allowed in the monasteries, or the bhikshunis were not allowed, because they were people who were following, right? So at that time, Prajapati came and told that no, you should not be partial and let them also follow you. You cannot stop that. So she also attained enlightenment at the age of 112, something like that. Okay, master, it was like when she grew so old later on. So this was also very, very important, masters. So I hope you all, one second, let me mute. Yeah. So that was the story of Siddharth Gautam and mother, about the mothers also. But during the time when they were, there in Lumbini Garden, when Queen Maya was giving birth, so it had been a very, very beautiful scene, that was created, the um, by the all the divine beings, the plants and flowers, they all started blooming. And that was such a beautiful scene to even think about, right? But later on, as we said, that um, Siddharth Gautam had lot of things going on in his, actually, like the personal life. So he was taken away from many things. He was not shown the actual things. So he had this inquisitiveness, or the curiosity to know that, I want to know what is happening, why people are hiding from me, and what is that is hidden. So uh, he loved everyone, and, you know, he had every fine object at his disposal. He had grand horses, grand clothes, jewels, but one day he did not want all of this. He just left everything in the dark and he went to find what is the truth. And that was the time when Siddhartha Gautam, when he renounced everything and he went to the forest to do tapascharya, to do sadhana or meditate. He started to find about himself, who he is. And then he also started to know that, you know, later on, that's what I wanted to tell also, that Queen Maya, sorry, no, not Queen Maya, sorry, Yashodhara, the wife of Siddhartha and Siddhartha. So Siddhartha became Gautam Buddha later on. But these two, they had lived many lives in the past also, and even in the upcoming future. So they say that there had been many Buddhas before Gautam Buddha. So Gautam Buddha was fourth Buddha, and later on there came many other Buddhas. Why this Buddhas? Because people who have vowed to teach or to attain that, Buddhahood, and they worked on themselves and they also took the vow to teach people, to awaken people. And that is why not only before him, but there were other Buddhas who came after him. But the name might have changed. The state where, like, how he was, how we depict that symbol of Buddha with the snails on top of his head when he was meditating. And now we see that curly hairs on top of his head whenever any Buddha picture we create, make, or statues are made. But those were snails that came and on top of his head when he was meditating. Just how peaceful and calm he was, that he was not even little also he was not fidgeting, right? So, and that is why when he attained this Buddhahood, he shed all his masks basically, and he became that Buddha, the enlightened the one who, when he speaks of light, he speaks of something very spiritual, something which is helping to the normal mankind, where he awakens a lot of people, right? So people who were following Siddhartha, or the people who were with him when he was meditating in the forest, there were other Aztecs also, other Rishi Munis or sages who were there. So there were people so there they had this group. Among these were many other followers, and whose name were Mudgalyayana, which like he was also known as Moggallana. He had very miraculous powers. Not only that, Sariputra was there, Aniruddha was there, Opali was there, Rahul, Anand. So Anand was the one who was very near to Siddhartha Gautam, and when he gave lot of sermon, Ananda was the one who would be very near to Siddhartha. And at that time, so he knew so many subjects what Siddhartha had taught to the while giving sermons. So all these texts, what he gave, were related to Heart Sutra. It was also related to, Vajrayana, which is Heart Sutra, and then also, Mahayana, Theravada are later on, the councils were also made for people who were following Buddhism. So they say Buddha taught this and that. It was the way how Buddhist monks had to live their life. And for those times when they were in the monsoon time, lot of other things were also happening where they had to fast for a longer time. They would only have a midday meal, not the night time, and they would do meditation most of the time. They would chant mantras and they would sit and meditate for longer hours. So this was the everyday thing. But for time when they used to go out, they would ask alms, and they would go to people's houses and they would ask for food grains and food. So whatever they bring, they will eat that. But later on, when the monsoon period came, so they had to depend on many other people, the rich people. And so at that time, there was a man named Yash. So Yasha was a very rich person. So he also started, getting to know the Buddhist teachings and everything, and he was actually under the tutelage of Shakyamuni, that is Buddha himself. And so later on, he would supply money, he would supply the food grains and all those things to keep up the monasteries and to help the monks. And then later on, when Shakyamuni had taken nirvana, that time after, as he was going to take nirvana, he actually mentioned this to Ananda or Mudgalyayana, I believe, that, I am going to die soon. So I'm not going to be here anymore now. But, and so people were very sad when they heard all the munis, and they thought that, if he is not there, who will take care of all this? Like, there are a lot of followers, right? So he said, don't worry, there will be a man who would be who would take birth after I go. So after 8 years, this person would be coming, and so he was Padma Sambhava. That was the person who was born, and he also taught many other subjects of um, Buddha himself. So many other teachings were given by Padma Sambhava. But before that, there were many teachings that Shakyamuni, that is Gautam Buddha, gave. And those teachings, first it was about, how, what all things Buddha has taught. Only people who are following the right rituals, right thing, right mantras, and how to recite them, and the correct way to follow anything that was given by Buddha. All those people who did that were Theravadas and or Hinayanas, where they worked on themselves by developing their own self or working on the self-development, where they would clean their own negative attributes. And also, they would work on each and every mantra to recite it properly. Proper pronunciation was seen. How many people are properly reciting? If they were not reciting properly, they would recite it again to practice it until they perfect it. And once they perfect it, they would go to different places all around the world, and they will teach the people. So people who would follow the right teaching of Gautam Buddha, they were the Theravadans. And people after later on, when they were like, so some people who said, no, we can just twist this a little bit, twist the Buddhist teaching a little bit, twist that. So in that way, the Mahayana was also created. But in that Mahayana, they would say that people had to go into emptiness. People have to go into shunyata and the zero state, because we came from nothing and we are nothing, and we will become nothing. And that is what, that you have to attain that shunyata. So Mahayana believes in that, but Theravadas are having many rules, regulations, discipline. So they have to follow many discipline, very tough discipline. And so in that, they also did not allow women to come. And later, because of Ma Prajapati, Gautam Buddha had allowed Bhikshunis also, but it was becoming very difficult. So they had separate, earlier it was together, but maybe because of all this, they thought that the Buddhists, the Bhikshus will not be able to control themselves. So that's why the Bhikshunis were taken out and they were put separate. And even at that time, many rich people did not like that women to go and become a bhikshuni. They need to take care of the family, children, everything. So they were not allowed. That was also another reason. So that was also about Gautam Buddha today, masters, about Mahayana, little bit about Mahayana. And then in that Mahayana, he, um, many people, they found this mantra, Manjushri mantra. So Manjushri mantra that we recited yesterday, masters, Om, A, Ra, Pa, Cha, Na, Dhi, right? We were doing that, right? So this mantra, Manjushri mantra, it actually helps oneself to regain memory, to strengthen memory, and to, gain more wisdom, knowledge, and also to be eloquent in communication. Okay. So that was what a very beautiful thing about Manjushri mantra. And later on, there had been many other mantras and many other divisions of Buddhism that had happened, masters. So today, so far, so good. I believe we finished the life of Buddha, basically, the early life and also the birth life also. But a little bit about Buddha and his earlier life when he became Buddha. So now today, we are going to stop here, and then from tomorrow we are going to learn about the Four Noble Truths, what he taught. So I did not wanted to speak about that too much because tomorrow Anjali ji will be taking. Today she was going to take, but then she was busy. So anyway, um, I also have my own teachings that I have prepared for you all, basically related to Buddha itself, what he had taught. So it is on the Brahma Viharas. And then we will have the five precepts or the eightfold path, many other teachings. And so these teachings that Buddha gave were also in the form of Tripitaka. So these were also very, very important to know, masters. It is a at that time, when Gautam Buddha was born, and later on when he took nirvana, after that, in India, Nalanda University is there, right? So when Gautam Buddha was enlightened, he actually sat under a tree called Bodhi tree. And then beneath that tree, he attained enlightenment, right? So during the time when we have Buddha Purnima, so it was the time of Purnima when Gautam Buddha attained enlightenment, and it was also the time when he took nirvana, right? So that is also the parinirvana divas of Gautam Buddha. That is why it is being celebrated. And so he had taught so much, masters, that later on in Nalanda University there were 2,000 teachers. Can you imagine? 2,000 teachers who were teaching the Buddhism teachings. And then there were around more than 10,000 monks. 10,000 monks. Just imagine. It was really, really important to know. So I was really, really surprised. Like, just imagine. And now we have this boon of internet and, Wi-Fi, and we communicate like from one place to another, like how we are doing the Zoom sessions. All over the world, there are many Buddhist masters, okay? There are many Buddhists and also people who follow Buddhism, and also many people who are monks. Especially in America, North America, many people, they actually who are Buddhist, they are teaching the right way of Buddhism. Just imagine, not even in India. That is very good to know. So here I'm gonna um, pause myself, and we'll let you speak. If anybody has any questions, anything you want to ask, share, speak, the time is now. 5 to 10 minutes we can give, and then we can go straight into meditation. So anything anyone wants to share, speak, go ahead, please, masters. Thank you so much, everyone. Anyone has any question so far? Anything that you want to know, speak, or you want to add on to it, you can add, masters.
Hello,
Um,
Madhuji. Namaste, everybody.
Namaskar,
Uh, uh,
Nirja.
I think I learned something. I don't know if you can, is it not clear, my audio?
Yeah, your voice is clear. Tell me.
Okay. No, thank you. Learned two new things. The yesterday's that chanting, that was also beautiful.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
very,
today,
very,
yeah, I did not know that was Manjushri thing. So definitely learned something there.
yeah. So actually, in Manjushri Mantra, let me show if I have this available. Did I show you yesterday?
I I remember there was one more called Om Mani Padme Hum. I do
Yeah,
that.
that is,
That one is, but this is
it
nice.
is the Soka Gakha Gai chanting for the, like, basically, the Green Tara mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, right?
Yeah.
One second. Where is that? Yeah. So I'll show you. It's good that you mentioned this. Okay. Here it is, masters. Okay. See, this is Manjushri art form. Manjushri picture of Gautam Buddha having basically a Buddhist, holding one sword kind of thing in the right hand, and the left hand, basically here, it's in the Dhyan Mudra, right? So cutting down all the negativity, negative attributes, anything that is trying to harm you. So that sword that cuts through all the illusion is protecting you. That is what it mentions. Basically, that is what it means. And then on the left hand, it's the Dhyan Mudra. But actually, in the left side, in the left hand, that picture carries lot of Vedas, texts of Vedas, which came from the universe, from the cosmic world. And that is what was there in the left hand of Manjushri mantra. And the right hand had the sword to cut down all the illusion, meaning that Vedas are going to give you a lot of wisdom. So anything, you have to protect that wisdom. You cannot let go. For that, you have to be a light warrior, meaning there are many people. So Ashoka had actually, let me tell you, I have read, maybe I will tell tomorrow. When it came to Ashoka to distribute these texts that were very sacred, so what he did was he created 84,000 stupas to put those teachings of Buddha. So when Buddha died, basically, when he vacated the body, he told that keep my body under one stup, right? But the followers, they distributed his body and the, whatever the body was, they distributed into 8 stupas. And from there, so later on when it came to Ashoka, he actually, when he found, he actually first disintegrated that, and then he uh, gave that to 84,000 stupas all around India, like basically inside India. And then not only that, from there, the monks actually took the teachings to all the places around the world. So that was very, very prominent, very, very interesting to know. So the Manjushri mantra is Om, A, Ra, Pa, Cha, Na, Dhi. Okay. Om, A, Ra, Pa, Cha, Na, Dhi. Om, A, Ra, Pa, Cha, Na, Dhi. Om, A, Ra, Pa, Cha, Na, Dhi. Like that. So, Om, A, Ra, Pa, Cha, Na, Dhi. Om, A, Ra, Pa, Cha, Na, Dhi. Just remember this. Om, Ar, Pachan. Ar, Pachan. You will remember that. Ar, Pachan. Pachan. It has Pachan. Okay. So, Om, A, Ra, Pa, Cha, Na, Dhi. So Dhi is basically used for Buddhi. So meaning the ominous energy, the sound of Om. A is basically the, everything that is present. It does not have anything to create that, as they think in Buddhism. And then Ra is basically the light, basically, Ra, with the Ra sound, the blissful sound of Ra, when you say Ram, why we say Ram, it brings lot of blissfulness. And not only that, with the, Pa, let me tell you 1 second. Yeah. So it's like Om is the Pavitra Dhvani, the ominous sound. And then A is like from which everything had come out, right? And then with Ra is basically everything, where everything is very, very pure, sacred. And then with Pa is Paramarth, meaning the ultimate truth that you need to attain, ultimate truth that you have attained. And then with the Cha is basically you want to become liberated. But that is what we feel, that we feel the lack of liberation here. We become so attached to everything. Na is basically we need to end all the karmas. Na. And Dhi is basically the Gyan ka Bij mantra, meaning that the Bij mantra of knowledge is Dhi, Dhimahi, when we say with the Om Gayatri mantra also. And why they say is with that Bij mantra, we can attain the ultimate truth. We can find liberation also, and we can end our karmas also. And we can understand or have higher knowledge and wisdom. And also we can remember our past lives, memories, all those things. So that is why this mantra is very important. So one thing that happened yesterday in the Hindi class is something was going up. And so today when I had put the flyer for the Hindi, when Naveenji's session was going to happen, basically I had put the flyer with these mantras, if you want to see. Not with the English session though, but when I put this mantra, it really created wonders. I would say it is worth it to chant. And yesterday when we were chanting in the English, like in this class, I believe you must have felt how beautiful that feeling is, how ominous and very pure, and it actually took us into great meditation. So, anyone has any questions, Nirja ji? Now, thank you so much. Anything you want to share again? What you learned today?
No, I mean, definitely it's going a little more in depth. I did not know all the differences between Mahayana and all that. I hear
Mahayana.
that all the ways, and you hear of
Yeah.
Padmasambhava, I listen to his things, but it's
Yeah.
nice to have all that.
Yeah, so there are like we had these three jewels. First is the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. So Buddha is the Buddhahood that you are, but we actually take it as a symbol. The three manis, the three jewels. But then there were the three councils also that were made after Buddha passed away. And what were these councils? How they created? So it is very, very in-depth knowledge. And then again, when you talk about the Mahayana, Theravada, Vajrayana, then Lotus Sutra. So we are also talking about Lotus Sutra's story, parables in the Hindi classes. I will also share, stories later on. But at this time, I think it will be good that we go slowly so that everyone attains that actually uh, the simplicity of all
Knowledge.
those knowledge that you want to attain. We should actually start from here rather than going in depth. So I'm not giving you too much of all this information, right? But Hindi classes are at a different level altogether, masters. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I would
Oh,
like you
thank
all to also start with me until you all are ready and you say, yes, I'm ready, and make a schedule and be disciplined with it and be determined with it. Then only we can progress just like the Hindi class. And I want that. I'm not comparing, but I'm saying that I know how it is going. Definitely, um, I don't want everything to come out from me. I want everyone to work on it. And I'll be there to help you out, no doubt. But yeah. So anyway, thank you. Thank you so much, Nirja ji.
No, thank you.
Yes, Pushpa ji.
Namaste, Madhuji, and
Namaskar.
Atmavandan to everybody. There was another mantra yesterday, which was Om Tam Tara Ta, something about
Om ta
very nice mantra. I loved it.
Om Tare ture so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Very.
That is Queen Tara mantra. So Om
What
Tara tu tare
can I write
ture
it down,
so.
please? Would you
Yeah,
please?
it is there. I'll share it with you. Don't worry. I'll put it
Okay,
today
okay,
also. Okay.
okay. I
Yeah.
like this one.
So
I already wrote it down, Manjushri mantra.
yeah. So there is
But
also one beautiful story behind this Tara, Queen Tara,
mm,
or basically
mm,
the Tara goddess, is that why the birth of Tara happened or why this goddess came into being. So there was a sage called Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara. But basically, it was also um, sage that he is very similar to Shiva, as they say. So he was going from one place to another as they were astral travelers. They could astral travel, right? So so one feet here and the other feet in some other dimension, like that, right?
right.
So Avalokiteshvara was going to some other dimension, and on the way he saw Mother Earth basically. And on this planet Earth, he saw a lot of trauma, pain, suffering, crying, and people were having a lot of problems, challenges, fighting, arguments. So by looking at the plight of our planet, he became very sad. He started crying. So when he started crying, so the tear, the aksha of Avalokiteshvara fell on one of the lotus flower, and from
Oh,
that lotus flower came green Tarama. That was the birth of green Tara. And then she was born to remove the negative influences of anything, to bring healing to our planet Earth. So then it became the diversified form of Queen Tara and then the white Tara also. There are a lot of Taras, goddess Taras, which are basically preyed upon by people. So basically, in tantric sects also, they are being used, right?
Very
But
interesting.
green
Thank you
tara,
so much.
yeah, green
Yes.
tara is for the healing purposes, white tara for priests and many other things also to attain
Mhm.
wisdom. Okay, I'll share.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Madhuji.
so much. Anyone else has any questions? Anything that, or while you were doing meditation yesterday, you had any experience? Anyone? So all good then. If there are no questions, we can go straight into meditation at this time. And definitely 40 minutes of meditation today, not more, masters. But thank you so much. Let us sit cross-legged with our feet crisscrossed. Sit very comfortable in a crisscross manner with your feet crisscrossed, hands clasped, fingers into fingers. Close your eyes and be with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. So breathe in, masters. Take your time in breathing in and breathing out. As we are breathing in and breathing out, remember that you are a powerful being. You are that pure, infinite being. Today, as you are going to meditate, you are getting to know your own self with the Manjushri mantra that we recited yesterday. Let us all speak this mantra in our mind without chanting it outwards. I can say, speak. You can also share, speak to your own self. Om A Ra Pa Cha Na Dhi. 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 Om A Ra Pa Cha Na Dha. Om Ra Pa Cha Na Dhi. And you can chant that in your mind. Let me share the music also, masters. So you may go and breathe in, breathe out. Sit comfortably with your spine straight, erect. Keep your head straight and take a deep in breath as you are trying to chant. Now we are going to go and chant the green Tara mantra slowly. Om Tanti. This is the green Tara month that the goddess queen, green Tara, blesses us when we chant this mantra. This is an ancient mantra, the mother of all Buddhas, and especially to her, the manifestation as green Tara. In Tibetan Buddhism, this mantra is the ancient mantra of green Tara. Tara is also called as Ma Dolma by Tibetans. She is thought to be a bodhisattva, the Buddha of compassion and action, a protector who comes to our aid to relieve us of physical, emotional, and spiritual suffering. Tara has 21 major forms. Each of has a different spiritual color and a spiritual attribute. And out of these 21 forms, the white Tara is associated with compassion and long life, and green Tarama is associated with enlightenment and activity and abundance. Anybody who faces any challenge, any danger, so according to the Dalai Lama, he said, if anyone faces anything, call on to her instantly. She can save us from 8 particular dangers, each of which represents a corresponding human mental problem. Masters, mute yourself, please. It's about the lion which calls on to our pride, wild elephants with delusion and ignorance, forest fires for hatred, snakes for jealousy, robbers for wrong views and including fanatical views. For prison, it is greed and miserylessness. Floods for desire and attachment. Demons, doubts caused by delusion. my dear masters. Now let us thank Green Tarama, the White Tarama, and the other forms of Goddess Tara for healing us, helping us, and saving us from all the evil eyes and protecting us, our energies. Let us thank Matar. Let us thank Gautam Buddha, and also to each other for the collective energies of the group. Slowly, let us all come back into a body consciousness. Tare Ture is used for all of us and also to heal ourselves, asking Matara for her embodiment of all the Buddha actions. I prostrate always, whether I am in happy or unhappy circumstance, with my body, speech and mind. The fourth Sofa being, establishing the root of the path within your heart. We take refuge in Ma Tara and doing the Tara chapter. We receive blessings in our own heart. Any evil energies, any protective, anything that removes the protection, this Tara mantra gives us the space to establish the root of the path, signified by Tare tu Tare Ture in our heart. And we may achieve Tara's pure Vajra holy body, holy speech and holy mind. Thank you, masters. Very slowly, let us all come back into a body consciousness. Straighten up your spine, your neck, your head, and clasp your hands and fingers. Keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And very slowly, let us slowly find our senses so that we may come out of this meditation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And very slowly, whenever you are ready, masters, you can open your eyes beneath your palms and come out. Thank you so much, masters. Thank you. Gratitude. Any questions or any experience or anything that you want to share? Speak, masters. Whenever you feel comfortable and ready, you can share. Come out, masters. Come out. Let us all come out, masters. Come back into the physical reality. Open your videos, masters. If definitely we had done the meditation that was required. Anybody has any questions or anything that you want to share, speak, or any experience? I hope you were able to chant the mantra.
Atma Vandan to all.
Atmandan Sheelam ji.
Madhuji, it was such a deep and wonderful meditation with the mantra chanting, which really took us quite deep. And at the end, I really felt that I could feel the presence of Buddha with a shining presence under the Bodhi tree, as you had already described about it. It was such a wonderful and peaceful experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sheelam ji. Thank you. That's a very wonderful, great experience.
Yeah. Never felt so peaceful ever.
Wow, beautiful. And the work is done, I believe. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Sheelam ji. Anybody else, masters? Anyone else wants to share? How was your meditation? Any experience that you want to share? Thank you, Neha ji. Thank you so much. So, masters, if there are no, you know, Neha ji, would you like to speak? Share?
Yeah.
नमस्कार नेहा जी.
नमस्कार. बहुत अच्छा था मेडिटेशन.
थैंक यू
बहुत. मैं तो शांति से चली गई थी एकदम. मैंने आधे से किया पर अच्छा था. बहुत अच्छा था. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू सो मच. तो अब सब एक्चुअली बहुत गहरी इसमें ध्यान में है, मुझे लगता है. बट यार
बहुत म्यूजिक अच्छा था. मंत्र चेंटिंग बहुत.
बट थैंक यू.
मुझे तो लगा कल सुबह भी मैं करूंगी
बिल्कुल
यूट्यूब
जरूर
पे.
करिए. बिल्कुल असीम शांति के लिए. So thank you so much, Neha ji.
थैंक यू.
Thank you. You just okay. Thank you, Pushpa ji. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So anyway, Sonal ji, you want to speak anything? आपको कुछ कहने का मन है? कैसा रहा आपका? आप ध्यान कर पाए थे कि नहीं कर पाए थे? करा. चलिए, बहुत अच्छी बात है. कैसा रहा आपका?
बहुत अच्छा था. आत्मवंदन में आत्मवंदन ऑल मास्टर. बहुत ऊर्जा थी आज. बहुत अच्छा था. मैं थोड़ी लेट से जुड़ी क्योंकि वो उधर जगह ही थी ना, तो थोड़ा इसलिए बहुत अच्छा लगा. अभी भी मुझे निकलने का मन नहीं कर रहा था.
दोबारा कर लेना.
से बैठी रहो.
टाइम हो गया है ना.
इतना अच्छा लगा. थैंक्स अ लॉट. थैंक्स अ लॉट.
बहुत अच्छी बात है. थैंक यू.
दोबारा
इट इज नॉट
करूंगी.
अबाउट कि मैं थैंक यू के लिए नहीं कॉल कर रही हूँ आप लोगों को. मैं आप लोगों को इसलिए कॉल कर रही हूँ कि कोई हीलिंग आपको महसूस हुई या नहीं, शांति महसूस हुई क्या नहीं. और वो जो हम
बहुत सारी हीलिंग मेरे आज पैर में है ना, बहुत सूजन हो गई थी. वहाँ भी वो मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है.
हाँ, चलिए अच्छी बात है.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
पैर को आप ऊपर रख के सोइएगा.
और मुझे एक क्वेश्चन है मैम.
हाँ बोलिए.
क्वेश्चन है.
हाँ,
आपने जो पहले जो बोला था ना,
मंजुश्री मंत्र,
पहले जो बोला था श्लोक, वो क्या था? वो
मंजुश्री
मुझे
मंत्र.
पता नहीं था. ग्रीन तारा का नहीं,
उसके पहले
ग्रीन माँ का नहीं, मंजुश्री मंत्र. अच्छा,
धीरे
उसको
आएगा.
मंजुश्री मंत्र बोलते हैं.
हाँ, मंजुश्री मंत्र. उसमें है, जिसे अगर याद करने के लिए रिमाइंड करने के लिए क्या है.
उसका क्या मीनिंग होता है? जैसे कि
अर्पचन धी. अर्पचन धी मतलब ओम अर्पचन धी है ना. उसका मतलब ये है दैट हमारी अगर मेमोरी में कोई भी खराबी है, हम भूल जाते हैं, स्मृति हमारी बिगड़ रही है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, तो हर प्रकार की स्मृति दोष से छुटकारा पाने के लिए हमारी स्मृति और अच्छी हो जाती है, हमें ज्ञान मिलता है, हमारी बुद्धि मेधा बढ़ती है ना। ये है, और साथ ही साथ हमको हम सबको जो हमारी वाक शुद्धि है वो भी होती है, इलोक्वेंस कम्युनिकेशन का वो बढ़ता है। वाक शुद्धि, ज्ञान, मेधा बुद्धि और आपकी स्मृति शुद्धि, ये सब होती है। तो कोई भी किसी भी प्रकार का अगर नकारात्मक ऊर्जा है तो मंजूश्री जो है वो उसको काट देते हैं, तो बुद्धा का एक फॉर्म है मंजूश्री, और उसका मंजूश्री मंत्र। वैसे ही ग्रीन तारा माँ का जो मंत्र है, तो ओम तारे तूरे सो हा, तो ये बोलते हैं। मन से अनम्यूट करती हूँ।
मेरा वाइफ आपका आवाज कट रही थी,
हाँ,
कुछ सुनाई नहीं रहा बस।
आपका वाईफाई बहुत कट रहा है, इसलिए इसलिए आपको फील हो रहा है सर। Guys, मेरे I mean to say,
मेरा वाईफाई यहाँ
guys, my
शायद मुझे,
Wi-Fi is okay for you guys. I mean, my connection is coming straight to you, or is it like
या
is it breaking? Anybody? Perfect. Yeah,
मेरा
mine
ही
is
होगा,
perfect.
मेरा कोई
Yeah,
बात
it is. Yeah, yours is lagging, सोनल जी, आपका लैग हो रहा है इंटरनेट। तो
नहीं।
कोई बात नहीं, बट आपको समझ में आया ना ये वाला बात? Yeah. So thank you so much, my masters. If there are
आप
no
वापस से
questions,
फ्रोज हो गए।
वो मैं नहीं हुई हूँ, वो आपका हो रहा है। Anyhow, masters, I think it is her internet today. No problem. But let's, any questions? Sonal ji, it was your connection. It is not my connection. Okay? Okay. Any other question that you had?
ના નથી,
Okay.
કાઈ નથી,
Okay. Thank you
कुछ
so
नहीं,
much,
सॉरी,
Sonal ji. No problem. Then
गुजराती
have
આવી ગઈ સર।
a બધું છે.
રાઈટ, એ પણ છે, બધું છે।
So, okay, masters, then we can end the session today, and keep coming on time. I would recommend everyone, so that I can start the session on time. Otherwise, I will start the session. And tomorrow it will be on the Four Noble Truths by Anjali ji. Okay. Today she could not take because she wanted to go to her children's program. So that's why she was busy. So I had to take. But anyway, in the upcoming days we will be definitely taking some other classes on different teachings of Buddha, and you will come to know about all those things. Okay, masters. So thank you so much. Stay blessed, stay happy, and stay vibrant. Meditate regularly with your individual energies and individual consciousness, as well as with the group's energies and group consciousness. Let us teach meditation to everyone, awaken everyone, and do our much needed inner work every day. Thank you so much, masters. So see you tomorrow. Thank you.